Welcome to Nostalgic Necro, and today I've got a bit of a story to share with you. Last night, I wanted to build around Ketramose the New Dawn. I've always liked this card and the way it's designed. The fact that in the beginning you get value but you're losing life, and then it sort of comes online and becomes this very powerful lifelinker that sort of catches you up on the life, I think is really cool. So what I did was I went onto Untapped and I just found the deck with the highest win rate and I copied it and I jumped into the ladder, and look, it wasn't exactly like doing very well. It's like a C tier deck, but I thought let's try it out, and man, I had the worst time. I got absolutely smacked up in the ladder and I was pretty low and I didn't know how to sort of move forward. And then I had this recollection. Dr. Ruckus, about 4 months ago, he posted a video entitled something like How to Build Ketramose, and I thought, you know what, I trust Dr. Ruckus, he's very honest, so let me use that as the skeleton and sort of tweak that to see if I can get it to do the things that I want it to do. And specifically, I have this idea of trying to use Planeswalkers to power up Ketramose's ability, because cards like Ashiok allow you to look at the top two cards, keep one in your hand and exile one of them. Works really well with Ketramose. Eternal Wanderer also has an exile effect, works really well with Ketramose. So what I did was I took Dr. Ruckus's version and I cut out the Beza and kind of Beza made way for the Planeswalkers, and I think that makes sense because we are actually sweeping the board a lot with this deck, so we don't really need creatures that much. I also cut out the Cease and Desist because I wanted to go pure Orzhov, and instead I put in the Bricks. Bricks is really good for mana fixing. In this deck, you really cannot afford to get mana screwed. You have to get to sort of 5-6 land as soon as possible, and I found this card to be very good for that. And then I've cut out cards like Anoint with Affliction, which are very situational, and I said no, we are going for Get Lost, the most flexible removal spell in Standard right now. And the rest of the deck is kind of built around the way Dr. Ruckus designed it, but I think the key insight that he had was the ability of combining the flanker with Ketramose, because opponent attacks, they think Ketramose is useless. You flanker, you exile their graveyard. Hopefully you get Ketramose online from that exile, and now you have a 4/4 indestructible lifelinker, and that can really equalize the board state. And this sort of combo has been really, really good for me, and I've had a lot of fun sort of ambushing opponents with it. And then the rest of the deck is kind of built similar to the way Dr. Ruckus designed it. Authority of Consoles slows down the opponent. Temporary Lockdown is a very cheap sweeper that also does exile. Split Up, Deadly Cover Up is very good in this deck because it does the exile thing with the evidence. And then we got Virtue of Persistence, early game removal. And since we are trying to get to about 6 or 7 mana as quickly as possible with this deck with the Bricks, it can be like sort of an alternate win con. And then I've gone for 4 demo fields because I found that you really have to deal with creature lands with this deck. It's a bit slow to get going, and the ability to sort of take out the creature lands can keep you in the game. But yeah, that's the idea, and I had a lot of fun with this deck. And there's one game in particular, I don't want to give it too much away, but if you don't have much time, find the match which is the longest. You can use the chapter for that. That game was really epic and one of the most fun games I've had in the arena in a long time. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing Ketramose things, and as always, I may be the nostalgic necro, but I'm putting that nostalgia aside because I want to focus on what Ketramose the New Dawn combined with the ambush effect of the flanker can do for us in the arena today. Okay, let's see if this Ketramose build can get a win. I'm not expecting it to be like do any miracles, but if we could kind of like get a couple of wins, that'd be nice. We go first. I think this is a decent hand. Got that early removal, got flanker, very flexible card. Opponent mulls to 6. Well, let's start with the lanes here. Let's see what opponent's up to. Opponent plays land. Okay, well, we have a very potentially good matchup against them. Do we burn the Virtue here? Or do we just hold Lockdown? I think we can just hold Lockdown. It's a little bit greedy. But okay, well, now we can at least, whatever they do, we can kind of get rid of the bat, so it's okay. And we have the flanker to exile the graveyard, so that's fine too. If we play smart, we could be alright here. Okay, gotta love that. Man, you gotta love it when the opponent just looks at your hand and scoops. It's such a good feeling. It's like they were like, yeah, we have no answer to this. Okay, this is pretty good. I mean, we have no land, but we'll draw into it, I'm sure. Hopefully it's mono red. This card is good against mono red. Raphael the Brilliant. Okay, it might be Delirium. We need our flankers if it is Delirium. Okay. This is why I really like this card in this deck. It just fixes up a lot of the mana problems that you otherwise would have. And it pairs nicely with the Verge as well because it gets you a basic. Dredge's Insight. What does this do? When it's your mill for coin, put an artifact, creature, or land. Okay, Ketramose is potentially useful here. Do they have a way of killing Ketramose? I hope not. I really hope not. Opponent enters a 3/2. They get immediate value out of it. Okay, Demo Field. We want to kill anything. We can use it to get a swamp if we want. Or we just Virtue of Persistence this thing. Next turn Yuna could come down, but they don't have an enchantment ready to get back. I think this is okay. Haven't really got our Ketramose thing going here. Hold on, why did Ketramose go up to 1? What got exiled? Oh, the Virtue of Persistence sits in exile. Right. Mill 5 cards. Put up to 1 enchantment card mill this way into your hand. Okay. What do they get there? Dredge's Insight? I think that's fine. That doesn't seem like the most problematic of cards. Four lands in a row for the opponent there? That's crazy. Opponent takes a land. Do we get lost this guy? I think we have to hold this get lost. What does this do really? We can draw first. Bricks. Okay, let's just do this. Bricks. Play the land. I'm gonna play 6. Well, what does it transform to? Whatever it transformed to, it's gotta die, right? Another get lost. So we can do nothing here. Man, that sucks. We can get the Virtue almost? No, it's 7. Our life is not looking great right now. At least we have the get lost. Come on, you know what would be nice? Flanker. Okay, well, I know that Yuna has Ward 2. I will never forget that. Never forget. Yuna has Ward 2. Okay. Temporary lockdown. That's actually pretty good. It gets rid of all the stuff. It's giving them value. Ooh, and it does the whole exile thing. How much stuff gets exiled this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Okay, I think we're doing this. 6. Oh, we need one more. One more. Where's our... Oh, if they have another Unia, it's gonna suck so bad. They hard cast it, but we have the deadly cover-up. Oof, Flanker. Flanker allows us to exile the entire graveyard. Can we survive a turn here? Survive a turn, exile the entire graveyard. Are we just dead? No, we got lots of life. I think we're okay if we do this, right? What does it do then? Okay, I think we're going to be fine here. I hope I don't regret this. Get another set of knights. Opponent attacks. We flanker, yeah. Exile their graveyard because they want to do Yuna things. We have an indestructible Ketramose. We can block this. And I guess block this. Does it really matter? Yeah, because then we can collect evidence. So we actually want the flanker to die here. Why is this not dead? Hold on. Why didn't this die? Oh, it's indestructible? Ooh, we both have saying indestructible. That's pretty bad. Okay. Oh, but it dies next turn. Okay, okay. Is there anything we need to kill? Any land we need to kill? We can thin out our deck. I don't know, it's 25 cards. Get a black mana? Does that matter at all? Maybe we'll need it later to take out some land I'm not worried, I'm not sure about. Okay, we'll just keep that. Okay, Deadly Cover Up. Collect evidence here. Ketramose gives us the draw. Opponent loses everything as far as I know. We get bricks. Obliterate the board. Hold on, what does Yuna get back? Yuna gets back... Which time I want to talk about? Enchantment card. Okay, so it's only an enchantment. So there's an enchantment here, because I wouldn't want them to get anything with Yuna. Ghost Vacuum. Okay, so it's this. It's this Joshua or this Terra. What's better? I don't know. This gives them value. This gives them value. Why couldn't I take a thing? Hold on. Oh yeah, okay, okay. I think we take this Terra, but there's 3 in the graveyard. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna take this. I don't know which one to take. And it's got Yuna. What else do they have here? Man, they got Bahamut. Okay, I think this game is certainly not over. Position is pretty strong though. Okay. 2 tapped lands. Would have been nice to get down bricks. Man, this has actually been a really exciting game. This is gonna die, I think, right? Yuna comes down. She has no enchantment though to get back. They can get... Ooh, they can get lost the lockdown. Whoops, I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, we get the bricks triggers back. And it gets Yuna. And it gets more Yuna. Man, this game is crazy. Take land. Land. Oh. This thing has a 3-phase? Okay. Oh, right. Wow. Okay, it stays on the board for long. Okay. Bahamut is probably going to come down. It's an enchantment, but they can't kill the... Man, this game is crazy. This game is insane. What's going on here? Okay, they Bahamut. Take out what? Take out the authority of consoles. It's really irritating them, I can understand. Okay. Well, I think we deadly cover up here again. And then we just exile the entire graveyard. Oh, and we can get rid of their Yuna. That's so good. Wait. Yeah, we can collect evidence, right? Okay. Deadly cover up. Collect evidence. Okay. I think we just take Yuna. That card is really problematic. Take it out their hand. And they have more in the library. Where are all their Yunas? Sure they play 4. Have we exiled some? I don't know. Game is too crazy to keep track of what's happening. Okay, goodbye. More draws. Ashiok. Bricks. Okay, now that we got rid of Yuna, do we actually need to take stuff out their graveyard? Hold on. Okay, wait. We're being rushed here. Okay, we played land for turn. I don't know if we need to do this. Do we need to... Hold on, we got get lost. It's indestructible, so we can't get lost. This thing just has to do its thing. In bricks. Hold flanker. Yeah, I guess we're just holding flanker here. Land can go. I guess I should have discarded this tap land. Okay, opponent gets lots of 2/2s. Oh boy, wow. That is problematic. They are getting lots of 2/2s. And next turn they all get +2/+2, so we're going to need to find like temporary lockdown here. Okay, we have to find temporary lockdown. So let me just think. Okay, I think we start with this and exile the graveyard, and that'll get us triggers with the Ketramose. Oh, it only does it on our turn. But we can use this to scry. Okay, I think using this to scry is also good. Gain 2 life and scry 2. Temporary lockdown and Eternal Wanderer. I think they're both really good. Eternal Wanderer forces them to sack everything except for one creature. Oh, we choose the creature. For each player, choose a creature. Oh man, okay, this is what we're going for. Yeah, okay. Eternal Wanderer. I hope this works the way I think it works. This comes down. We -4. Choose a creature that player controls. So we want to keep Ketramose. And you can keep a 2/2. Oh my word, that's insane. Good game. That was a great game. That was such a crazy game. I think that was one of the craziest games I've had in a long time. Okay, I'm still trying to get over that last game. That was wild. Man, that was a crazy game in Arena. Opponent goes first. Okay. I think we can keep this hand. It's got the authority of consoles to keep us alive. Removal, bricks. Doesn't have any big punching power, but... Okay, opponent's probably got the bat here. So I think let's start with just getting this down. I guess we could have also just made sure that we had black mana. Maybe that would have been better. Over to the Bailmerk. Okay, I thought this was mono black midrange. It is. Slightly different version from what we're used to. Okay. What did opponent get here? Cecil. And Flesh Gorger. Okay. I think we just virtue this guy and get down a tap land. Okay. We need something that's not land. I feel like we're drawing a lot of land. Unholy Annex. Well, we can kill that, and we have to kill that. Rex is not really what we need right now. Well, we are ramping up to this virtue. I guess we can wait till the end of turn to see what opponent does, because we only get the value at the end of turn. Archfiend of the Dross. Okay, I think because we're getting so much life, I'm willing to do this. A little bit risky. But we are like kind of staying in the game, and this Archfiend is going to kill them pretty soon, so that's kind of good. Okay. Tap land. We have 5, and we need 2 more to get to the... virtue, so it's pretty slow. Big creature's probably coming our way right now. Overlord. Okay. Right now I feel like we need to... The only way we're going to win is if the Archfiend kills them. We have to try and find a answer here. Gain 2 life and scry 2. Doesn't kill anything right now, so all that has to go. Split up, please, can I draw you right now? Okay, you'll also do. Yeah. Okay, well, it would have been nice to... It would have been nice to get the Archfiend win, but next turn we are getting down the virtue and starting to take all their stuff, which is pretty cool. They're going to play a 7 mana 7/5. No, they played Demon Wall. Didn't have enough mana to play this for full cast. No, they only have 6 mana. Right. Okay. Cecil, Dark Knight. Man, this Authority of Consoles, I've never really gotten it down so early in the game. It really, really irritates opponents, huh? Go for the throat. We don't like that. Well, I think we have to do this and hope that the value that we get out of this just outpaces them eventually. We will take the Flesh Gorger because the Go for the Throat can't kill it. Opponent has a Flesh Gorger of their own though. Okay. Oh, there's no Flesh Gorger? Where did that Flesh Gorger go? Didn't we kill a Flesh Gorger with a... Wait, hold on, what's going on here? Didn't we kill a Flesh Gorger earlier with the Virtue of Persistence? Did they get it back somehow? Oh, they must have gotten it back with the Overlord. I guess we take the Overlord. Mill 4 cards, a non-avatar creature card or planeswalker. We got good planeswalkers. Let's try find one of those planeswalkers. Yeah, that's a good one. I think we take the Eternal Wanderer. Leave them with what? Oh boy. So it's any card, not just a Ashiok. I like Ashiok. I think we have to do this though.
This
-4. Leave them with a Cecil or a Demon Wall. They can make this a 6/6. Cecil is a 2/3 Death Toucher. This they can make a 6/6. I guess we leave them with the Cecil for now. Man, I mean, we got Virtue of Persistence here and Eternal Wanderer. So, I mean, they can kill it, but it doesn't really bother us. Why would opponent not use Go for the Throat? Okay, but too late now, right? Okay, now they go for the Throated. Interesting play. I guess we just take a Flesh Gorger. Yeah, we'll just take Flesh Gorger. Huge 7/5. We can exile the Sanctuary so that it kind of loses its ability to be a creature. Get down Ashiok. Ashiok creates 2 1/1s. Hell yeah! Damn, this deck's on a roll. Okay, in the last game we beat a mono black mid-range deck. They were trying to do some interesting things as well with the Bale Merc and stuff like that. We go first. Okay. I mean, we have no black. I didn't really realize that, but we can theoretically get it with the Demolition Field by... if they play it like a thing that we can use, Odon. Oh, we'll just play bricks here. Flanker lets us scry. It's pretty good, pretty good. Opponent's thinking we're artifacts. We are not Azorius artifacts. In fact, we are Orzhov. Ketramose. Have I been... oh, I think in the first... yeah, the one game Ketramose came down, but... oh, that's okay. Like, we haven't really got Ketramose going, I think, in most of the games, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, cool. Concealed Courtyard. Got a flanker here. Moment of Truth. Let's see if opponent is Omniscience. These are very good if they are Omniscience. So I'd like to keep them a secret for a while. Opponent is thinking. Doesn't look like it. Still don't know what opponents are doing yet. Send into scry 1. Bottom. So do we... I don't think we need to... yeah, I was going to say, like, we have nothing to follow it up with. So maybe at the end of this turn we'll play Flanker, bait them into the counter and try play Ashiok. Currently I'm thinking that that is better. Like in the last turn we had no follow-up. Let's try it here. Let's try it here. Opponent doesn't take the baits. Well, let's just scry then. Bricks and land. A little bit slow, isn't it? But land is nice against them because it does get around the spell pierce that we know that they play. I think we can keep the land. Maybe keep the bricks and not the land. Yeah, I think let's try this. Maybe it's too slow, I don't know. My thinking is we can at least play the bricks and then we can still play up a flanker. Take the land. I guess we should have attacked first just to see if they would first react, but I'm very nervous to play Ashiok into so much mana. I mean, they must have a counter here. River Regent. Okay. They ditch Omniscience. Let's see if they play the Repair and Recharge. We do have the flanker. We do not allow them to do that. Exile their graveyard. Now we're in really good shape. Okay. Ashiok. We go for absolute max damage here. I don't think we can afford to wait. Give them as many problems as possible. So that's 6, and then next one we can get these up to 2-2. They've got 4 creatures to deal with. So unless they've got a sweep or something, we're looking in good shape here. Man, had I known that, I would have held up that flanker, but I wasn't sure what they were doing, you know? Oof, Regent. Okay, it comes in tapped. That's really good, though. We have Get Lost for it as well. Tell you what, man, this Authority comes in real clutch, huh? Yeah, sure. Let's start with a Get Lost on this thing. Ashiok comes down. Maybe I should have played this, actually. Virtue or Temporary Lockdown? Guess we exile this. Give out guys +1/+1. Opponents on 1. Don't think they're going to be able to get out of this situation. Even if they have another Regent, they can bounce. Nice win. Flanker to the rescue. Okay, man, this deck is performing so well. Last game was really good against the Omniscience. Man, flanker, man, it comes in clutch sometimes. Opponent goes first. This is good, right? We have the Virtue to deal with the early game. If it's like an aggressive deck, we might be able to get around them with Temporary Lockdown. And Mulster 5. Could be Delirium. Oh, well, Flanker's going to be very useful here. And so is Virtue. I think we're going to have to try and flanker over that. Exile's the graveyard. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I think we go for just the Bricks play right now. Yeah, I think Bricks is fine. Okay. Opponent seizes the spoils. So we hold up our flanker here, and we try to sneak them with a flanker. Ambush. Cat ambush. Opponent may not have the answer right here. Bitter Reunion. Okay. Still looking for that reanimation, it seems. Oh, we want to draw more flankers if possible, because that card is really good against them. Authority of Consoles is also good. It kind of slows them down, so we're going to get that down next for sure. Okay. Authority of Consoles. Man, this card's really growing on me. It's so good. Like in the right matchup, it just slows down the opponent so much. Like now, you know, this is kind of useless. Everything comes in tapped. Okay, Invasion. Keep creating those treasures. Keep creating the Atalis. I guess they can actually just hardcast stuff soon, so I didn't really think about that, but okay, they zombify. This is our moment to ambush them with a cat. Exile that graveyard. Land is really good because we need to apply a lot of pressure on them. So I think we go for... I think we go for max damage again, like in the last game. Just try to start applying pressure on them. Rakdos joins up is absolutely useless for them. Win! Damn, this deck is doing really well. I honestly wasn't really expecting it, but it's doing really well. Okay, in the last game, Cat ambushed the reanimated deck again, and we took out the graveyard and beat the dinos. Man, that was awesome. Okay, we go first. Very land heavy deck, but I'm gonna keep it because we have split up, so maybe it's okay. Start with Surveil, dig for something. Ketramose. Hello, I never see the Ketramose in this Ketramose deck. It hides away. Bricks. Love playing bricks. You just get like, oh, fixes all my mana problems, thank you. Okay. Let's concentrate here. Opponent's playing Dimir. Do we drop Ketramose into this when they probably have a counter? I think we can hold with a flanker. Maybe bait the counter here? I don't know. Trying to bait the counter here because I would like to get this Ketramose online, if possible. And it's thinking, do they want to counter it? They decided not to. I guess we will scry. Don't need any more land, I think. I mean, we do need one more land for the Eternal Wanderer, but we're okay for now. Boy, I don't want to drop Ketramose onto this battlefield right now. I think we just hold. We don't know what opponent's doing yet. Okay, Strategic Betrayal. That's good, because that would have killed Ketramose. I guess we try to get him down now. It's a him, right? I mean, if they have a counter, we are kind of screwed, but we have nothing else to do this game. Like, what 2-mana counters are there? Phantom Interference, but we can play 2 for that. And we have to hope they don't have a way of dealing with this, because otherwise we really don't have much going on in this hand, unfortunately. I mean, we know they run the Strategic Betrayal. We have to hope that they don't have more Strategic Betrayals. I wonder if our luck's gonna run out in this game. Just have nothing to do. It's very slow. Rakshas's Bargain. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 2 of them in your hand and the rest into your graveyard. The rest. This looks like a control deck, right? Land. This will get down this consoles. Yeah, we're just way too slow in this game, I think. Mind Splice. Wow. I think we're pretty cooked in this game. They got the Mind Splice down. We have no way of applying pressure whatsoever. Another Ketramose. Man. Honestly, I'm considering scooping it just to save time. I think there's just nothing we can do here. I mean, okay, let's just think here. Theoretically, if we drew the cat, we could exile their graveyard and then maybe have a 4/4 indestructible menace lifelinker that they can't deal with. Is there any other way we can potentially win here? Probably not. Reuniting. And opponents living their best life here, finding Edict and all that kind of stuff. Put a card at the bottom of your opponent's library. Guess we'll pick Edict, since it does deal with the Ketramose. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do, I think, yeah, okay. Let's just do one draw here. I think we can scoop. I don't think there's much value in showing this game. Like, it's just gonna be pretty boring. We're playing against a control opponent. They've done the thing. We had a slow start, you know. We just couldn't put them under pressure, get lost. Yeah, I'm just gonna end this game. Okay, and the last game was pretty boring against the control deck. I just kind of scooped there because it was just too boring for me even, so I can only imagine how boring it would be for you guys to watch. But I think that I would like to try end on a high, so let's try one more. Even if I lose, I want it to be like an exciting game at least, so this is pretty good, right? Start with the Surveil. Flanker. I like Flanker. I don't think we say no to Flanker. It could be... There's like a lot of graveyard stuff, so... Let's keep Flankers. Okay. Lockdown will take care of that. I guess we'll hold the Get Lost in case we need it for anything. Let's just do this. I'm pretty locked down. Could deal with a lot of problems here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna Get Lost the Glisser. It looks like it's mono black midrange. Now I think we just temporary lockdown here. Get rid of the value that they can get from the map tokens and the ramp that they have. It slows us down a bit, but I think it's worth it. And was opponent mana screwed last game? No. Okay, they did have land. But you know, it just helps so much in the early game to get rid of the elf. Dread Knights. Okay. Play the tapped land. Can the flanker get rid of the Dread Knights? Can block it, right? So we can play this, try to block it, and then we can theoretically play the other flanker to get rid of the graveyard. Let's try this. We can gain 2 inscribe. Land. No, we need better than this. So now, until the end of next turn, they can play it. So we can't even get rid of the... Can't even get rid of it. Damn. Duress takes split up. Okay. Virtue is pretty good, but now we wish we had those lands that I threw away. I think we can use one of these to take out the... Restless Cottage. And... Okay. Creature is not great, but we can deal with it. Let's do this, take out the cottage here. I think we're scrying for more stuff with the flanker. Get black, I think. We have enough white, right? Playing another flanker here. Scrying. Flanker and Ketramose. Exile their graveyard. Ketramose is really good. Okay, so we could keep Ketramose and then flanker and exile the graveyard and take how much stuff? 3 things? It doesn't get Ketramose up, but it does get our card draw going. I'm gonna try it. We came here to do Ketramose things, so it's fine. Okay. Ketramose comes down. And cuts down the flanker. We can, if they play the Dread Knight, we can Virtue of Persistence it and then flanker it away, I think. Wouldn't mind that, that would be pretty cool actually. Five. Sentinel. 4, so we would have 4, so we would need 1 more. Man. I really want to get, we need this thing to be a... Okay, I think we have to, okay. What we have to do is we have to kill their land and then flanker, exile their graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get 5. I think that would work. Let's try that. I think that works. I've done the maths right. Okay. Go for the throat. They keep it, they ditch it. Okay, well now actually the flanker does the thing anyways. Let's let them attack first. Okay, so I think we can exile 5 cards from the graveyard. And we can also exile the 6th card and just kill their ability to get black or green. Is that worth it or is it not worth it? No, I don't think that's worth it. I'd rather keep this. Yeah, okay, I'd rather keep it for a Restless Cottage or something. Okay, we exile their graveyard. They go for the throat. Ketramose comes online. I think we kill their value engine or their nameless. I think we kill the Death Toucher here. I think that's fine. Now Ketramose is a big problem for anyone to deal with. Let's get this out of our hand because we know they play Duress. Okay, they find a land, so I'm glad I held the Demolition Field here. And now we just need to find... Ooh, don't like that. Flyer. Okay. Well, I guess one advantage is it might kill them. Take out the Sanctuary here. Play... land. Get lost. I mean, I don't think we need to get lost the Archfiend. It's gonna kill them, right? Before it kills us? Is that silly? I don't know, I'm just gonna attack with this Ketramose. See what opponent does. Oh, I guess it doesn't. They can block it with the Archfiend. I forgot about that, but we do gain 4 life, so... Opponent's thinking that... Like, I just made a mistake. Opponent probably thinking we have Virtue of Persistence. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this thing. We're getting 4 a turn, so let's see how they want to deal with that. I'm going to hold this Get Lost. Bats. Okay, now I'm going to use that Get Lost. Question is, what do I use it on? We just use it on the Sentinel. I don't think we're that scared of the Archfiend. Like, we're getting 4 a turn. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. That's currently how I feel. I have to trust my gut on this. Mosswood Dread Knight. Okay, Deadly Cover-Up, that's so good for us. Okay, I think this is going to be the game ender. Deadly Cover-Up. Give us the Ketramose value. And it's the win. Man, this deck is really smooth. I'm very impressed with it, honestly. Welcome back. I put my nostalgia aside because I wanted to test out this flanker Ketramose synergy, and I had a lot of fun doing it. When we pulled it off, it was really sweet. And I have to be honest, I had a blast playing this deck in the arena today, and we had some really great matchups. In total, I went 6-1 with this version of the deck, and again, I'm not saying that's the true win rate of the deck, that's just what happened to happen on the day. And it definitely made me excited about trying to build with this card and seeing what it can do in the future. So I'm hoping to maybe do a follow-up video maybe with some tweaks and additional information for you guys to get more data. But I really had a fun time with it, and maybe that's the most important thing. I think this deck is really well suited to the current meta because there's a lot of graveyard stuff happening at the moment. There's Omniscience, that's still around. Dinos is a problem, and then there's also like the Delirium deck, which is not reanimation, but they are doing a lot of graveyard stuff. And so we're really well positioned to deal with that because we have cards like the Flanker, which deal with the graveyard very, very directly. And then we also have, cards like Deadly Cover-Up, which also deal with the graveyard in a way. So yeah, I think this deck could be well suited to deal with the current meta. Obviously, it's very weak against control. You saw in that one matchup, we really had nothing to do against control because our entire deck is kind of built around dealing with creatures and sort of keeping the board state low while we get our Ketramose going. One card that I'm interested in trying out is Overlord of the Baelmerk. There was the one game where we got it back, our opponent's Baelmerk, with the Virtue of Persistence, and man, it was really good. We brought it down, it came down, it found us a Planeswalker, really got us going. So I would actually like to try throw this in. I just don't know what you cut out for it because everything currently feels so crucial, and the bricks is so important. I just don't think you can cut this. This is so good. It fixes your mana, and with this deck, you really have to get to that 5-6 mana as quickly as possible. So I just don't know what to cut out, but I would like to try throw in the Overlord and see how it goes. But also, if you have any ideas, let me know. I'd be interested to know how you would think about building this deck, and maybe your suggestions can make it better. But that's the gameplay for today, though, and I do hope you enjoyed it. And, if you did, stay tuned and consider subscribing because there's going to be more un-nostalgic Necro coming soon.